Let us discuss today the importance of knowing what resistant starch is and its benefits to humans. Starch is an odorless, tasteless, soft, white substance that is made by all green plants. It is a form of carbohydrate that contains chains of glucose. So, when you eat any food with carbs, they break down into glucose before being absorbed. Glucose is then absorbed into your bloodstream and used to provide energy for you. Resistant starch, on the other hand, goes through your gut without being broken down and absorbed. Once they move into the large gut, your friendly microbes digest them. Resistant starch is classified according to structure or source as follows. RS1 resists digestion because it is bound within the fibrous cell walls. Sources are whole or partially milled grains, legumes, and seeds. RS2 resists digestion because of the granules nature, and the sources are raw potatoes, some legumes, unripe bananas, and high amylose starches such as high amylose corn. RS3 is a man-made and chemically modified starch found in a wide range of products. By definition, resistant starch is a type of starch that does not get digested in the digestive tract. It is resistant to digestion by the gut enzymes and considered a type of dietary fiber. Gut microbiota, your best internal friends, seem to like them. They ferment these resistant starches into short-chain fatty acids, which keeps your large gut inner lining healthy, preventing inflammatory diseases, including cancer. Where do you find them? Some forms of resistant starch are found naturally in foods we consume, such as bananas, potatoes, grains, and legumes. Some resistant starches is found modified commercially and incorporated into food products. There is a way to make dietary starch in grains resistant, and let us discuss that process. Rice is a good example that can be modified to become a resistant starch. Rice seems to be the major carb component in the staple diet and the mainstay of dozens of different cuisines around the world among Asians, including Sri Lankans. White rice gets digested and absorbed into the bloodstream as glucose and causes a glucose spike, which is not the best management of diabetes and your waistline too. In fact, 1 cup of cooked rice contains around 240 starchy calories that can be quickly converted into fat if they are not burnt off. Unprocessed rice, on the other hand, seems to be a better choice for the diabetics, as absorption in the bloodstream as glucose is slower and unlikely to produce glucose spikes in the blood. Diabetics can enjoy rice daily by modifying the process of cooking to make it more resistant for absorption in your gut. Research done in Sri Lanka by Sudhir James, an undergraduate chemistry student from the College of Chemical Sciences in Sri Lanka, has discovered a simple way of cooking the grain that dramatically cuts its calories by as much as 50% and also offers some important health benefits. Into the pot containing the boiling water to cook the rice, Add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and then add the raw rice. After the rice is cooked, cool it in the refrigerator for about 12 hours. Next day, you simply microwave the rice to warm it up, and there you have a fluffy white rice that is significantly better for you and low calories. This is referred to as resistant rice, which hardly gets absorbed through your gut as glucose and stored as fat and has a low calorie content. You will be delighted to know that fried rice and pilau style rice both seem to have more resistant starch than the more commonly prepared steamed rice. This applies to noodles and pasta. Cool down before reheating, and eating it greatly increases the content of resistant starch. The oil added works by interacting with the starch molecules and changes its architecture. Cooling cooked rice, pasta or noodles for 12 hours in the fridge leads to formation of hydrogen bonds between the amylase molecules outside the rice grains, which also turns into resistant starch. Reheating the rice, pasta or noodles after keeping in the fridge overnight does not change the resistant starch level. Short-chain fatty acids are produced by the friendly bacteria in your gut. In fact, they are the main source of nutrition for the cells in your colon. Short-chain fatty acids may also play an important role in health and disease. They may reduce the risk of inflammatory diseases, type 2 diabetes, obesity, heart disease, and other conditions. These short-chain fatty acids are acetate, propionate, and butyrate. Propionate also mainly involved in producing glucose in the liver. Eating a lot of fiber-rich food such as veggies, fruits, and legumes increases the short-chain fatty acids. Now let's discuss the resistant starch foods. Cooked chilled potatoes, beans and legumes such as beans, peas, and lentils, greens or just ripe bananas, green plantains, reheated rice, Jerusalem artichoke, corn tortillas, oats, chickpeas, barley, resistant starch foods has more health benefits than the fiber in most veggies and non-resistant starchy foods. Resistant starch can kill precancerous polyps in the colon, prevent diabetes by improving insulin sensitivity and regulating blood sugar, maintain healthy body weight, reduce inflammation, prevent or treat inflammatory bowel diseases, promote the growth of beneficial bacteria in the gut. The bottom line is resistant starch in carbohydrate foods is a new concept discovered to reduce the absorption of glucose from the gut. It also feeds the beneficial gut microbiota, producing their health benefits to the gut, boosting the immunity and benefiting the general health. Resistant starch is extra specially beneficial to the diabetics who can now enjoy carbs freely with no restrictions. Hope this article was useful. Stay safe and goodbye for now.